Hi, my name is Lacey, and welcome to my recap of episode 6 of Love Always. And if you're into my recaps, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when my next one is. I am also recapping Temptation Island, Love Island UK, and The Big D. And Love is Blind is coming out soon, and so is Too Hot to Handle Season 5. So hit that notification and subscribe button if you want to keep up with those. Let's get into it. This one's a juicy one. A lot goes down this episode. Last we left, there was a party at the luau, and Sienna was very upset about the way that Tyler was treating her. Lexi checks on Sienna and Sienna's having a very hard time, and she's upset, and Lexi's like, how best can I support you? Do you want to leave? Do you want to talk to him? Do you want to wait till tomorrow? How best can I assist you? And that is something I really, really appreciate about this show, is that it's not like, oh, what's wrong with you? Oh, why are you crying? It's how can I help you? What do you need from me? So what I noticed in the show is that a lot of the cast is very, very just in general supportive of people's emotional well-being. I don't know how to say this, but very 2023, very like modern. We know how to appropriately say certain things and not offend people. So I just appreciate the way that it comes out from Lexi. I think it's very mature of her. In her confessional, Sienna says that the jokes that Tyler made invalidated her sexuality. She felt very, very disrespected. She says that Tyler has some good sides, but what he says was inappropriate, and she feels very hurt by what he has said. Lexi pulls Mark to kind of get his input on the situation since he's kind of an outsider. So you have, Sienna, and then Sienna's version and Tyler's version. And so Lexi wanted to see maybe somebody else and what he says. Or maybe Mark, I think maybe Mark pulls Lexi because he has some tea to spill. Mark explains to Lexi that Tyler, last time he was in trouble with Lexi for like flirting and being inappropriate, he went back to the boys' room and was like, yeah, I weaseled out of this one, baby. Haha, your boy. And we also see footage of him doing this. And so Lexi is very, very hurt and feels manipulated and lied to by Tyler because he's playing a game and she's not. Mark goes back to the guys, and it's Cyprian, it's Tyler, and it's Josh and Mark. And they're all sitting by the hot tub, and Mark tells the guys that Lexi's crying, Sienna's crying. Tyler's like, what? And you could see the panic in his eyes, like, ah. And the guys are like, don't go talk to her right now. Leave it for tomorrow. The next day, Tyler and Sienna are talking, and I also appreciate the way that Tyler came to this conversation, because he's very apologetic, very like trying to understand what happened, because he feels a little blindsided by this. Tyler tries to apologize to Sienna, and Sienna stops him and says that she doesn't believe what he says and that his jokes go too far. She says she already gets over-sexualized as a lesbian, and so she doesn't appreciate it coming from her friends as well, and in a place where she's supposed to feel safe. And in groups, when he makes jokes like that and she laughs, it's because she feels awkward and doesn't know how to handle herself, but she feels uncomfortable. Tyler tries to understand and explain, like, oh, I thought it was just banter. I thought it was just jokes. Like, I thought you were in on it. I thought we were cool. I'm sorry. I didn't know. There's a flashback to earlier in the season, and it is just Tyler and Sienna talking. And Tyler says something, and Sienna says, oh no, I thought you were mad at me. So Sienna thought Tyler was mad at her, and because he wasn't joking around with her anymore. And he said, no, I'm not mad at you. Why would you think that? And she said, oh, I like our playful banter. I find that very interesting. So she was into their playful banter, and now she is not. I don't know. I think maybe Tyler got short-ended just a little bit. But if you made her feel uncomfortable, that's valid too. I don't know. This is a tricky situation. Sienna says she was going along with Tyler's joke back in present. Sienna says that she was going along with Tyler's jokes because she was just going along with it until the luau when he said, apparently this is what Tyler said. Tyler said to Sienna, stop telling Lexi I'm flirting with you, or I will tell Lexi that Sienna is flirting with Jamie, her ex. Drama. That is apparently what caused the situation at the luau. But apparently it has been building up for Sienna up until that point. For his part, Tyler does seem to want to apologize and grow from this experience and learn. So I feel a little bit bad for him. Lexi comes over and pulls Tyler to chat after he's already spoken to Sienna. Lexi asks him kind of, okay, say your piece. And he immediately starts to try and apologize and be like, oh, I thought this was what was going on, but I guess it wasn't. And she stops him and she's like, I don't want to hear it. I was a little mad at Lexi right here because I was like, wait, you just told him to explain himself and he's trying to. But she doesn't want excuses. But then it's like, hey, this is where I'm coming from. I feel like Lexi should have listened a little bit more to Tyler's side of it because she gave Sienna a lot of attention. So I feel like she should have given the same respect to Tyler, because Tyler's whole point was that he had built this relationship with Sienna with her consent and approval, and then all of a sudden it turned bad. He was trying to explain to Lexi where his confusion stemmed from, but I don't think she let him. And as much as I don't like Tyler, I feel like Lexi should have given him a little bit more time to speak his piece. Lexi tells him she's upset that he lied, he manipulated her, he made somebody feel uncomfortable in what should have been a safe space. He apologizes. He said he was confused, he's trying to learn, he's sorry. Lexi doesn't find him malicious or like intentionally mean, but she says he made some really bad mistakes that she cannot get over, and she kicks him out of the house. And this is very, very tough for Lexi. She breaks down crying because they had a really strong connection. They had their dates and stuff like that. She really liked him. She really, really gets emotional and starts like, I feel like it's almost like a panic attack, like crying, like can't breathe, sort of sobbing. And so she takes some time to walk away with some of the producers. And Tyler goes back to the house. He goes back, packs up all of his stuff, and he hands out letters to everybody in the house on his way out. And everybody reads their letters from Tyler and they appreciate it, and they say like he is a good guy, but he just kind of messed up real bad right here. So bye, Tyler. The rest of the cast members who are still there, Rylan tells Lexi like, hey, you're doing a great job, you're so strong, we know how hard this is for you to see people you care about leave. It's hard for us, but like we see how hard it is for you and how much you care about everybody. And so Lexi gets really touched by that, and they all have a big group hug, and it's very sweet. Challenge time, and this one is called Unbreak My Heart. This is a trivia challenge about Lexi, so it's like who is listening. So it's Team Anthony versus Team Mari, and they're answering multiple choice trivia questions about Lexi, and then the one who they're like getting pieces. It's almost like Trivial Pursuit. So they're getting like pieces of a heart, and once they complete the heart, they're the winners and they get to go on the date with Lexi. So there's questions like Lexi's mom, where does she live? She lives in Spain. Her favorite color is purple. Her favorite movie is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Her last name is Holt, which apparently nobody got right. That's like the easiest, like her name. All said and done, Team Spicy, Jasmine and Josh win the one-on-one date with Lexi. And they get to go go-karting. I went go-karting once, and it is so much harder to steer than you would expect. Like, you have to use your muscle to turn the wheel. It's not as easy as it looks, and you don't go very fast. They have fun go-kart racing, and Lexi challenges them, so whoever wins gets the first one-on-one date with her, and it is Josh. Josh and Lexi talk about how she's doing with Sienna and Tyler leaving, and Josh actually explains like, hey, from the beginning, they were very close. Sienna was on Tyler's bed in the beginning, and that's kind of where their relationship stemmed from. It was more two-sided than it seemed. Josh also says that Tyler was trying to end the flirtation with Sienna, and that is where the whole threat came about during the luau. Lexi takes this to heart and she's like, okay, well, okay, I need to examine that a little bit further and look into that at a later time, because that's shady on Sienna's part. I like Josh a lot, so I appreciate that he kind of said like, hey, maybe look at both sides of this, not just one. Jasmine and Lexi have their day at the go-kart race, and Jasmine is very sweet and gives Lexi 2 playlists that she made because they really connected and bonded over their love of music and their tastes. And one of the playlists Jasmine gives her, Lexi, is one to kind of calm her and help her through this process because she knows how difficult it is. And so that was very thoughtful gift from Jasmine. And when they hug at some point, Lexi says, "Oh, I want to kiss you right now." I'm surprised she didn't, because she has kissed some of the other people, so why not? Back at the house, Mark is having a really difficult time because when Tyler was on his way out, he said, "Mark, you need to step it up. All these guys got one-on-one dates. You got to step it up." And so now Mark is second-guessing himself and overthinking and going into a spiral. But Cyprian is such a nice guy, and he talks up Mark. He's like, "Mark, just be yourself. Anybody will love you." And so I really appreciate Cyprian and how he helps out his friends. Earlier in the season, he helped Tyler with the whole date for Lexi. So Cyprian is a good friend. It is elimination time. And Lexi gets up there and she's talking about her top couple people. She saves Josh, Jasmine, and Cyprian. Lexi's bottom 2 are Jamie, because she is playing like hard to get, and Rylan, because Lexi thinks they need more one-on-one time together. Lexi goes to talk to the matchmakers to see what they think. They explain how both Jamie and Rylan are not chasers. They like to be chased, and that really they just need more time with Lexi and more time and and conversation to get to know each other. So Lexi goes back to the elimination and saves both of them. So everybody gets to stay now that Tyler's gone, and Lexi's hoping to get more one-on-one time with Jamie and Rylan, and they are both very happy to be saved. The drama, Miss Sienna, troublemaker. Miss Sienna gets butthurt because she wasn't in the top 3. She was just saved, but not like stood out this week. And it's like, girl, you got saved. You have moments with Lexi. You got Tyler out, so he was the big threat to you. So I'm thinking Sienna's playing a game. I'm kind of leaning towards Sienna playing a game because she gets angry. She gets angry that she wasn't in the top 3. She starts crying and she says, like, "I don't even want to be here anymore." She's talking to Rylan in front of Lexi. She's bitching to Rylan about not being in the top in front of Lexi, and Lexi's eating pizza, and Lexi's like, "Really? Really?" People are so like not self-aware. Blows my mind. So one of the producers pulls Sienna to have a chat with her, and we are left on a cliffhanger. So will Sienna leave? Will she stay and work it out with Lexi? Will Lexi see through her bullshit? I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Sienna's playing a game? Do you like Josh? I like Josh for Lexi. Yeah, so what do you think of the season? Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.